Hello fellow simmers, it's Samuel Beeman of BLS here, and today we're going to be looking at the Chatham Mainline, which is the Dover extension part. So this is going to be a service from London to Orpington. I'm not going to do the full route because obviously we're just going to, take a look at it. I'll do some more videos on this route in the future. So this route is relatively old now, actually. It's not necessarily a new release, but I just bought it because I'm going to be using it for some British Locomotive Studios content, and thought, you know what, why not take a look into it and actually look at the route itself. Now, I've heard a bit of mixed reviews on this route because some have said that it's not 100% accurate. Like, some bits are missing. For example, you've got some car parks missing, and I believe there's a water park asset that's non-existent on this route, which is just not good, is it? Let's be honest. And it's just another classic DTG miss out kind of thing. And yeah, they just, again, been lazy and haven't modelled it. But let's take a look at it for ourselves and get my opinions on the London to Orpington section. So the message says, welcome aboard the 2M82 operating a southeastern service to Orpington via Herne Hill. You'll be calling at Brixton, Herne Hill, West Dulwich, Sydenham Hill, Penge East, Kent House, Beckenham Junction, Storelands, Bromley South, Bickley, Pettswood, and finally Orpington. Set the train up, allow boarding and await clearance to depart, timed for 15:41. Note, whenever you see this board located at the side of the track, you must sound the horn. Okay, so we'll see how good this thing really is. So this is the class 465 networker. It's going to be using the default sounds because, I've literally just installed it, so this is a fresh copy. Although the track itself does look like it's using the Armstrong Powerhouse track enhancement, so this is not the default track that comes with the route. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into driving this scenario and head down the tracks. Okay, so here we are inside our networker. I'm going to open the doors, let our passengers aboard. Set up our cab. We've got the Southern Service, class 377, departing from Victoria here. So let's take a little look round Victoria. Let's take a look at what we can see. So we've seen this Victoria Station on the London to Brighton route. I'd imagine that there's not really much difference here. But I must admit, the station building does look pretty nice, doesn't it? I mean, I do recognise this. This is easily recognisable. Although there is usually a McDonald's down here somewhere. It's kind of annoying that they haven't modelled that. It's usually over here somewhere. That's a shame. Yeah, there's not... Obviously, to be honest, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more detail around here. It's very basic, very bland. There's not a lot here we can see. And I know that there's quite a few shop fronts, like here somewhere, and like little restaurants and things, and it's a shame that they haven't included that. But then I suppose, maybe they didn't get the branding rights or something, because this is payware, and branding these days is, it's very expensive. Oh, we've got a, so this is one of the other units that comes with the route. This is the 375 in the southeastern high-speed livery. Which I've got to admit does look pretty smart. Passenger boarding is complete. Proceed when the signal is cleared. Okay. So this is our class 465. I'm just going to turn the lights on. So this is a pretty old model now. As you can see, it's the texturing on it is, it's not the best. Modelling wise, yeah, it does look like a 465. Yeah, it's basic. I mean, it's, you know, come on guys, it's DTG, it's RSC, it's default. You know, what can you expect from them? I mean, to be honest with you, it would be nice to expect them to do better detailed models and, you know, more realistic stuff, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. They're not AP. So, hopefully our signal should be clear now. It is indeed. So we have the off for whatever the next station is. So, off we go. Let's do a toot on the horn. Okay, so my guess is it's going to be the same sounds as a default Class 365 sound set from the East Coast Mainline Peterborough to London route. Okay, the flange squeal isn't too bad, to be honest. Liking the use of AI traffic here. It's looking very busy here at London. That's nice to see. Oh yes, we've got another 377 coming in, or 375, whichever one it is. It's 377, I believe. Yeah, I'm liking this. The use of AI is pretty cool. How does London look? Let's have a look. Yeah, so we've got some billboards here, although we've got a bit of copy and pasting going on here. It's just the same billboard twice. Oh look, we've got the Gherkin in the distance. The Shard. Okay, I'm glad that they've included stuff like that. That's pretty cool. We've got some London landmarks included. So the horn is directly from the 365. Now, I'm not being funny or anything, but I'm pretty certain a 465 is supposed to have the same sounds as a 365. Like, it's supposed to have that traction motor sound, the one that goes doo doo doo, you know, the one that sounds a bit like a Formula One car. So I don't know if I don't think, as far as I know, I don't think these sounds are completely accurate. It sounds to me like they've got the horn correct, well, kind of, but the engine sounds sound like they've been completely recycled from the 377, 375, which I think is wrong. Yeah, scenery down here is looking very Kuju and bland. Yeah, could have been a bit more detail done there. So yeah, so I've heard mixed reviews on this route. Some people say it's pretty good, and some people say that it's not the best in the world. So Trouble is I don't really know this line very well, so I'm gonna have to be careful when I come up to like stations and things. Okay, we are approaching Brixton. The frame rates are, they're okay. I mean, obviously we are in a big area of London, so the frames aren't going to be brilliant. That's TS for you. So we are on time at the moment. This station looks quite smart. We is on time. If I overshot. Ah, no! I should have pulled up against the signal. I knew I should have done that, but here we go. Yeah, it's quite nice. I'm liking the use of the old canopies. I like these old canopies because you know that they've been here for a long time. It's cool to see them. Obviously this one's a newer one, but you can tell that one's been there for a long time. I'm also liking the use of graffiti here and just like the random mattress just plonked up there, which someone's just thrown in there. That's a nice touch. I like to see little things. Although I don't really know what's going on with this street down here, mind you. There's like floating shop fronts. Okay. What's the passenger view like on this? Okay, so you can only turn about 180 degrees, which is a shame. You can't turn any more than that. Yeah, I mean, it could be worse. It's not too bad. The moquette on the seats look a bit shit, but yeah, it's alright. The cab is basically a modified version of the Coogee Class 166 cab. It is literally recycled from that, so not really much we can say about this. Oh, we're coming up to the next station pretty much immediately. That's cool. old Southern Region style signal box here. And an old Network Southeast sign written on there. That's pretty cool with all the graffiti on it. I'll have a look at that in a minute. Once we've stopped here. Not sure if I like how that engine just cuts in when you're braking. That's rather annoying. Okay, we're in the station. Bang on, look at that. Oh, yes. Yes, this is Herne Hill, which is quite a nice sort of southerny looking station. More sort of moderner style one. But the main thing that struck me as approaching is this signal box. Yes, look at this. So you can tell this is a disused southern signal box, and it's even got these old Network Southeast signs still attached on the side. I like that. That's a nice feature. I mean, the quality of the photo used could have been better, but to be honest with you, I like it. I think it's cool. But oh, okay. Yeah, they've even put the graffiti over it. Look, that's pretty cool. It's like a decal by the looks of it. Just sort of disappears, like, depending where you look. Yeah, I like it. So, off we go. Full power. Because we need to... Yeah, because we're running a bit late now because I'm too busy looking at stuff. But then I'm trying to review the route while doing this scenario at the same time. It's very difficult, you know. Okay, we're going to reach the 60 mark now. We are sort of leaving London now. Oh, I'm liking the use of these houses, like these modern style houses. This looks really cool, I must admit. The scenery there looks fantastic. And I love the city backdrop in the distance over there. That's brilliant. Oh, we're passing another train. Yeah, I do like that whole backdrop. It's very nice indeed. So approaching West Dulwich now. I do quite like this unit because it is relatively easy to drive. So perfect. Here we are, West Dulwich, which is, to be honest, there's nothing much to look at on this station. It's just basically like one of those modern stations with just the bus shelter as the station building, you know. But yeah, I mean, that view looks lovely though. Look at that. I like how we're on like a bank. It's sort of an embankment, and you can see like all the houses and stuff. I've got to admit, the scenery out here, outside London here, they have done a pretty good job of this. I mean, look at, you've even got like cars and stuff like that. So this is where they've actually put effort in, and you can tell this. I mean, look, you've even got like all the gardens with like trampolines and stuff in. You can tell there's some effort been put in around this area. Next station isn't far away, so got to be careful on the approach. You know what? I'm actually quite enjoying this, and I don't usually run modern routes very much, so yeah, quite enjoying this so far. Not too bad of a route. Yeah, I'm not sure about that cutting in and out thing though, the traction motors, that's a bit odd. As we brake, you know. Yeah, look, we have instrument lights, they work. The cab lights, yay. We like a cab light. Again, pretty basic station. Mind you, the building looks quite interesting. So, yeah, I'm liking the use of the help points. Okay, I think, was that a door? Okay, the door closing sounds are a bit, yeah, and they seem to close very, very quickly as well, the doors. It's like literally just boom. So, that's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but that graffiti back there said U-boat and Deltic. So it's like train-related graffiti. That's cool. Although to be fair, the Deltics, would they have run down this line? Definitely not. No, they wouldn't have run down this line. But a U-boat might have done. Out to Penge East. Some strange lights it's in lit up areas of this tunnel which look a bit odd. I don't know whether that's an actual thing or not, but yeah, it's like daylight is just like leaking through. Here we are approaching our next stop. We have another 465 on the approach. Yeah, I'm not too sure about these sounds. I'm not sure. I'm pretty certain that 465s sound pretty much identical to a 365. So, yeah, I think these have the wrong engine sounds, the wrong traction motor sounds. This is where you need the 465 sound pack or EP of APs. If not, you're stuck with inaccurate sounds. Yeah, them doors close way too quickly. Yes, this is Penge East. Again, a nice station building there. Pretty cool. You can tell it's old. And we've got our car parks here. Yeah, these could have been better. We've got seems to have some concrete seeping through this, which looks a bit meh. You can tell some areas of this has not really been fine-tuned. I mean, look at this. Yeah, you can tell some of this hasn't been fine-tuned. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, he's 100%. These are completely the wrong sounds for 465. Completely. And I know for modern enthusiasts, this would piss people off. Like, really, it would. This is the type of stuff that DTG need to get correct, because people are going to get annoyed about it. Yes. Ah, a sunken house. Oh, come on, what is this? Really? Is that really acceptable? It's just like ground, just... Oh, come on, man. This is a payware route. What is this? There's landslides into a car park. Oh, a nice gap in the wall there. You know, you can tell these... See, look, these areas just have not been fine-tuned at all. But at least, you know, these little things are something that you need to sort of, you know, pick up on. You know, if you're route building. Because you can't be having stuff like that. It's supposed to be realistic, you know. You're supposed to be doing a simulator. It's supposed to be realistic. And then you've got, you know, shit like that. That's not good. Mind you, I admire the trash sort of thrown either side of the track there. That's pretty cool. The distance scenery looks fantastic though. I mean, this looks brilliant. Look at all these allotments here. It's brilliant. But it's just like I say, some of the areas here are just not fine-tuned. You can tell that, you know, they haven't gone over it, or, you know, or it's been rushed. You can just tell. I mean, don't get me wrong, some areas of it looks really good. I mean, look at this. The scenery here looks fantastic. This station looks very nice indeed. I like this. Beckenham Junction. Oh, liking the weathering on the canopies there. That's cool. That looks like it's very London-y, you know, where the old station's canopies still stand. Amazing deals for everyone. Ooh. Got some drink machines. Oh, we've got this little platform over here, which is pretty cool as well. Sort of sunk in there. I wonder what that's for. Is it a tube? No. I wonder what that's for then. This is quite nice. You've got cars parked outside these terraces here. That's pretty cool. I'm liking these, you know, like the sort of bandstands and stuff. Now, mind you, I don't think you'll have two in the garden, but I mean, they've got some stuff in here, haven't they? But yeah, like the distant scenery does look pretty cool. Yeah, I'm quite like. Oh, okay, I'll take it back. This bit here is not so good. But yeah. You see, some areas of it looks good, but some areas of it look rushed and just not fine-tuned. It's a shame. I love that look of like sort of going through these sort of cut-ins, and you get like these like buildings here. I might get a quick screenshot of this for the thumbnail. There we go. So we can go 60. Sure. An old Southern signal box back there as well. Look. I haven't seen any of those whistle boards though, mind you. It says at the beginning of the scenario, if you see these whistle boards, sound the horn. I haven't seen any. Oh crap, I put it into emergency by accident. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Shortlands! But you see, now, the station areas are very important en routes to get, you know, detailed and looking smart. You know, like this. You see, I would say this area isn't too bad, but you've got ground issues in some places. Like, you know, you've got this ground that is just literally just like raised up, and in a way you got shop front. I mean, just look at this. We've got floating shops. I mean, is that really acceptable? Look, surely you can just shrink that down slightly, you know? It's a shame. It is, because you know it's so important to get scenery top notch around the stations, because this is the area where we're going to sit for a little while and take a little look around at the scenery, you know. Bromley South Station is not too far around the corner. Oh, I'm liking the crane up there, that's pretty cool, isn't it? And it's moving. It's moving bloody fast though. That's cool. The shop's up there, look, on the bridge. I say there is aspects of detail on this route that's actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you. I forget how many cars we have, but I'm just going to go with approaching sort of to the end of the line. Well, 10 or 12 cars. I don't think we have 10 cars, no we don't, but you know. Yes, it's pretty nice, doesn't it? Again with the recycled billboards, just, you know, copy and pasted, two of them that are exactly the same next to each other, which just wouldn't happen, would it? Well, I don't know, I suppose maybe. I'm not sure, but why is there a road going into... Is this what they mean by car parks missing? Like there's no like lines, sort of like proper car parks, as it were? I don't know, because no, I've seen it actually. Someone showed it to me. Basically, there is areas on this route where there's like a grass patch and cars parked on the grass patch where they haven't bothered to paint the concrete. So I haven't seen that on here yet. It might be, as far as I know, it might be fixed now. But yeah. Bickley is the next station, which is in 0.94 miles, so again this one is quite close. So we're supposed to arrive at 1:15, so we're like pretty much a minute late on our arrivals, but I mean, to be fair, people wouldn't moan about that in real life, would they, if you're just 1 minute late? See, I like doing stopping passenger services on mainline routes because it's more entertaining, you know, you get to stop at all the stations, you're not just going like 100 miles an hour and just seeing scenery fly by. It gets boring after a while when you're doing that. Whereas if you're doing stuff like this, it gives you more to do, it's more of a challenge, and I like that. That's why I like driving on the preserve lines really, because you know, you're just stopping and picking up your passengers and departing, and you know, and I like doing that. So quite like the squeak as we stop. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's have a look at this station. We have a footbridge which leads to nowhere. Look at that. We have some cuttings, which, to be fair, looks like the UKTS lofts assets. But to be fair, no, these aren't too bad. Oh, we've got another unit coming into the station. Got houses on the hill. Again, we have... oh, look at this. I mean, this is some quality assured assets, right? I mean, look at this. I mean, that's just brilliant route editing right there, isn't it, DTG? Fantastic. We've got floaty houses. Oh, and we have floating fence, or floating walls. You know, and this is right by a station, man. We shouldn't be having this. And what is that? What is this? They've done better than this in the past. I mean, don't get me wrong, the station buildings and the designs of the station buildings look really nice. You know, and like I say, some areas of the route is beautiful. I love the scenery in some areas, but it's let down by, you know, stuff like that. Especially by a station, man. It's just not good. Okay, we're coming up to a 30-mile-an-hour zone here, which is interesting. So our next station is Petts Wood, and then after that is our final destination of this video. I hope you've been enjoying this video so far and you're still watching. That would be brilliant if you are. If you are, now would maybe be a good time to, you know, drop us a subscribe and hit that notification bell. That would be brilliant. Also, I want to say thank you for your support you've given BLS over the years so far. We are now nearly reaching 600 subscribers, which is fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Didn't think we'll make it this far, but we're nearly there. Carry on, and we might actually end up making another subscriber special video. I believe we'll do one of those when we reach around the 750 mark. That's where we'll do another subscriber special. So let's try and reach that goal so we can do one. And yeah, it'll be fantastic. So thank you guys. So yeah, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Check us out on Facebook and Discord. They will be linked in the description. And also our website will be linked in the description as well. Now on the approach to Petts Wood. So some of the scenery around here is really nice, but it's just... I think my score on this route just far, from the section that I'm driving on, I'm going to say... I can't say it's brilliant, but I can't say it's bad. So, yeah, it's a bit of an odd one to what I think of this route. It's good, but it's not the best. I think that's how I'm gonna say it really. I mean, I just look. It's just it's stuff like this that you would think that they would prevent. On a high quality payware route. I mean, JT never have this issue. If you go on the Just Trains website and download, some of their stuff like the Midland Mainline and the Cornish route and stuff like that, you don't get issues like that. They iron it out. They make stuff as perfect as they possibly can. So why can't DTG do it? We are now approaching Orpington. Please take all of your personal belongings with you. This train terminates here. I hope that's how you pronounce it, Orpington. I'm speeding slightly over that point, but at least I didn't speed over that point, because that would just be catastrophic. This is cool, I like this. Yes, we've got some buffers up ahead. Let's try and make our way all the way up against them buffers. We've got some buses over there, look at that. To be fair, it has just occurred to me that when I was looking around the stations, I could have just pressed pause break to look around them instead of wasting time on the actual game time. Maybe I should take that into consideration next time I do a video of a scenario, so I'm not like a minute late to each station, But to be fair, considering I'm only a minute late to all the stations, I haven't really done that bad, have I? Let's be honest. Okay, so now we'll pause break it, just to have a look around Orpington. So this is Orpington. We have a bus station here, which again we have some odd things going on with the ground here, which could have been done nicer. Remember, these guys are one of the main producers of the game, so why they can't, get these, these kind of scenes spot on, I do not know. Because I mean, just look at this. You can tell this is supposed to be a bus station, but look at the ground here. It's awful. The levelling issue, The station building though looks really nice. I'm not gonna lie. We've got extra details like these phone booths and ticket machines and things. And look, we come down the street and yet again we have sunken houses. It's just. It's stuff that is just there's not really any excuse for, I mean, I suppose this is on a hill, so and obviously trying to build a town and stuff on a gradient and buildings and stuff is a lot more challenging, but they could at least try a little bit more than this, I mean, just floaty roads, big holes down underneath the ground. I mean, it's stuff like this that it's why have you got this? You're supposed to be one of the main developers of Train Simulator. Why do we have this? Why couldn't you have just filled this up with something, even if it's just a block or something, just so you don't have that massive gap down there? It is a shame. You know, sunken house again. It is a shame because, and again over there, because it's honestly, some detail of this route is fantastic, but it's just let down by laziness in some areas, and it is an absolute shame. So, what do I think of the London to Orpington section of the Chatham Mainline? Well, as I say, it's okay. Some areas of it looks brilliant, but some looks really sort of lackluster and horrible, like they've just sort of rushed it and haven't bothered to fine tune it. But overall, it's not too bad. I'm going to be honest with you, I have seen worse. And I mean, all you got to think of is that awful West Coast mainline route that came with, I think it was Train Sim 2022 or 21. That was terrible. That was pure laziness, and that was awful. I will look at that eventually at some point, because I do want to go and actually visit that route proper. But we did have a little section of it in one of my previous videos where I spoke about Alan Thompson's Twitch on that route, and yeah, it did look pretty horrendous. That's a good screenshot, actually. I'll take that. But yeah, so there's my thoughts on the route so far. I'll probably do more on this route in the future, but I hope you've enjoyed the London to Orpington section, guys. So thank you for watching my review. This has been Samuel Beeman of BLS. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. If you have any thoughts and opinions on this route, let me know in the comments. Or if you'd like me to do a specific route review or specific DLC review, let me know also in the comments. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now, guys.